Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, everybody. Come in and hit the like button. Subscribe. And hit the like. Come on in. How is everybody? So, as you can see from the title, my baby is going to be 8 years old this Sunday. um, Laila was born March 28, 2013. And like I stated in the first video, like I'm going to be talking about different topics, things that I'm passionate about. And she's one of my passions, of course. So she will be 8 years old this Sunday. So we having a little get together for her. So she's excited. She's excited about it. But I'm talking about Laila because, and like I stated in the first video, she has Down syndrome. And she's beautiful, smart, amazing, happy little girl. So with my platform, I'm not trying to convince anybody to choose whatever, that is your life. Do with it however you want to live your life. But coming from my experience of when I was pregnant with her and just feeling the pressure, going to the appointments and feeling like, you know, I think they want me to have abortion because I have a child with Down syndrome. They didn't come out and say it outwardly, but you sense it. So, like I said, whatever we do, that's between us and God. You have a choice to live your life however you want to live. But I'm coming as someone that when I first heard what the diagnosis was, I was freaking out because I didn't know what to make of it. Even though in high school I did my community service, assisting with the children, kids with quote unquote disability in our high school as my to get my hours, to get my credit for, community service. Um, I still didn't know what it was. I literally had to Google it. And here I am, pregnant. My marriage was coming to an end. And, you know, I was really not in my right mind. I really felt like I was a walking zombie because, my husband is saying he can't sleep, he can't eat, and it's voodoo. And here now they telling me, and I knew eventually I was going to be a single mom because we were getting divorced. So it was just a lot going on at that time. And then my then best friend at that time, when I called her and told her, and she was like, okay, you're going to have the baby and she's going to be fine. That calmed me down. I remember, buying, because I didn't eat. I went and bought some food from Cheesecake Factory, heading over to work. At that time, I was working, I think in the evening, and I couldn't even eat because I was just like, what does that mean? And later on, as the pregnancy progressed, they wanted to make sure because they didn't really know for sure. And They said they wanted to put, I think the way they described it was like putting a needle in my belly, and sometimes that could cause miscarriage. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm going to keep her, regardless, Down syndrome or no Down syndrome, whether she has it or not, I'm going to keep her. And it was really trying time because, like I said, going through what I was going through, I really never thought I was ever. I don't know why I felt that way because I mean, I had a miscarriage prior before Layla, and I just assumed I would never get pregnant. But I've always fantasized about being pregnant and what that would feel like. I just wanted the belly, and if the baby comes, then I'll think about it. But hold on a second, y'all. So that's Layla right there. And then here I am pregnant, and I was just not really sure. And like I always state in my video, just have people around you that you can talk to be a listening ear, to give you that support. Um, March 28th, I think it was a Thursday, I had C-section. So she came, and I remember she was just lovely, just the joy. I'm a mother. What I never thought I would experience. I fantasized about it. I wanted to feel that feeling of being pregnant, and even I was, but I didn't enjoy it because of what was going on around me. And now she's going to be 8 years old. And she is so smart, very loving. She loves giving hugs. She's the best. And I remember when I was doing research about kids with Down syndrome, and they were saying like percentage of people that abort children with Down syndrome was like 90%. And I remember just being heartbroken by it. Like, you know,
Hi.
say hi.
Hi.
She's a gift, and God doesn't make mistakes. I remember what I just kept thinking was, it doesn't matter. Once I got over all of that anxiety and all of that, it's like I just kept thinking, she's alive. She's alive. She had health complication like with her heart, where the blood wasn't flowing where it was supposed to. And at 11 months, she had an open heart surgery on Valentine's Day. She had an open heart surgery. And so, like I said, I'm not telling you what to do, whether you choose to bring any child into the world or not. But I'm telling you from my experience, I had nothing to fear but just to receive God's gift. She was a gift, regardless of what society might say. She's a gift. So, who are we to be given a gift by God, from God, and you said, it's not what I want? It's not good enough. I mean, a lot is really not known about Down syndrome to this day. Um, I had her when I was 33. And I remember part of the research, they were saying a lot of I mean, people younger. And I think a lot of what I heard was older people, like much later, maybe in their 40s, have the highest percentage. When really the highest percentage were people like in their 20s and up. So the science is not really there as far as, how this comes about. But from my life, having lived enough, I'm only 40, I'd be 41, but just how God operates, He doesn't make mistakes at all. So take it from me, I was frightened. And thank God I had people that I could talk to and give me support. I had my family, we had, a little rift because of, the ex narc and all of that. And my family weren't really, they didn't hold that against me. You know what I mean? They still came to my baby shower, even though I was the one who was pushing myself away from them. My brother and my sister were there to support me, and, my best friend threw the baby shower and invited them and all my friends. I'm saying all of that to say, God, like I said, I'm not telling you what to do or if you're right or wrong, but I don't think I would be sitting here if it wasn't for my daughter. I owe her my life because I think the state of mind that I was in with everything that was happening with her dad, and I had something to live for. She gave me life. God doesn't give you something and doesn't see you through the end. He doesn't work like he doesn't leave you straight. He never forsake us. I didn't know what was going to be being a single mom with a child, quote unquote, with disability. There's nothing disability about her. When I'm cleaning up, my daughter wants to help me clean up and help me vacuum. She makes the bed. Where's the disability at? She got like my memory where she doesn't forget anything. And I remember my best friend being so annoyed with me, like, oh my God, you still remember that like 20 years ago? And now I see why she was annoyed. Because I get annoyed too, like, she still remember this? That's Layla. And she was actually she wasn't feeling well today. But you wouldn't know it. She's a trooper, right? It's gonna be your birthday. When is your birthday?
28.
March 28th.
Yes, 28.
So everything that we get from God is a gift. So when we receive a gift, you don't give it back to whoever gives you a gift and say, I don't want it. Like, this is not what I wanted. God never makes mistakes. I can't say that enough. So trust that whatever God gives you is what He feels like that's what you need. I needed my daughter. I needed her, not the other way around. So I'm coming to you as a parent with a child with quote unquote disability. She's not, she's alive. So I think when I started thinking about it in that concept, like, yeah, she's alive. Like I said, she had health issues as far as her heart. She had the heart surgery. And I remember when we went to her appointment, the doctor said, if you don't see her scarring, you wouldn't even think she had anything done. She had a heart surgery done because the heart was, you know, amazing. Like the surgery went well.
It's keeping the room. It's keeping the room. Mom.
So we got to be grateful for everything that we get from God and not look at it like, oh my God, there's something wrong with it. And I'm really going to touch a lot of, have a lot of conversation about this topic because I know excuse me, guys, as an African woman, that stigma, and it still goes on to this day in Africa, in Ghana, where I'm from. I was just having a conversation with my aunt, and this has always been my prayer to God. Like I want, whenever you know I come into money, I want to go back home and open a facility for people, quote unquote, with disability that are not wanted. And where I'm from, people, they kill their kids out of not being embarrassed because they're different. Your own seed, you will murder your own seed because of what people think or what people are going to say because they don't look, quote unquote, normal. So I really want to discuss that, and hopefully it will reach the continent for people to know, like, this is God's angels that we throwing away. No judgment, no heat, but we got to call a thing a thing. So if you didn't know, I guess with all this testing that we do, if you didn't take a test and figure out, oh, they said the kid had a Down syndrome or whatever disability, you would have had them. Maybe or maybe not. But I'm just saying we have to take everything that we get from God and say thank you. Because I would have never known this joy if I would have said, okay, this is going to be too much. Let me go ahead and abort her. She saved my life. She's an angel. Like, I don't know any other way to put it. So if anyone is watching from Ghana or anywhere else in the continent of Africa, trust that God didn't make mistake with your child. Because I know from what my aunt was telling me, a lot of kids are just left to fend for themselves. They homeless, or a lot of time they get murdered because they're different. And I know with my culture, everything is about shame, shame, shame. It's a gift. Let God show you his power. He's showing me that every day with my daughter. Because even sometimes when we gone to her testing, like Kennedy Krieger, and they're baffled by what they know about the disability and what she does. She's not like anyone. Even when I had my daughter very young, I just felt like she's not from here. They are a gift, guys. So for God to entrust me to think, because, I think sometimes we are hard on ourselves as mothers. And I've always felt like, can I raise a human being? Would they, you know, I always thinking all kinds of stuff like, oh my God, I don't want to kill her by accident. You know what I mean? Just crazy stuff like that. Because this is my first time being a mother. So you are hard on yourself like, am I doing the right thing? And my thing was, oh my God, I'm going to bathe her to death because I take an hour bath and I'm going to bathe her to death. But she's still here, 8 years old, bathing her at all, bathing her and all. She's still here. So, to everyone watching me from Africa or anywhere else for that matter, just let God show you what He's doing. Don't let society tell you, oh, this is not right, or who are we to say what is normal and what is not normal? I feel like love is normal. That's who she is. Everybody she meets, she says hi. And I've seen grown people, even in my apartment, that she would say hi to and they just ignore her. But it has never stopped her from saying hi to other people. This is who she is. Is that disability? Is that what you would call disability? She's filled with love. I'm like, I never met a mean person with Down syndrome. Like, they're just loving people. Is that what we want to throw away? Is that what we want to discard because it's not normal? Who are we to say what is normal and what is not? I don't know where I would be if it's not for my daughter. God never makes mistakes, guys. I'll leave you with that. Whatever He gives us is beautiful. It's from Him. And I'm going to talk a lot about, the shaming of, especially again, in Ghana, and I'm sure it's probably around the world, with people shaming women that can't bear children. And that was a lot of the reason why, from beginning stages of my marriage to the narc, like, I wasn't bearing kids fast enough in our marriage, because I'm like, 1 year I'm still not pregnant, 2 year I'm still not pregnant. And I knew with my culture that if I didn't, I was basically saying, no, I want to get divorced, because I knew what they were saying about me. I didn't know, but I knew from just growing up in that culture that I was going to get replaced with somebody who can come and bear kids for him. So I just wanted to remove myself from that situation. And I just kept saying, I want to get divorced. Let's get divorced, because I wasn't getting pregnant. And I just had a conversation with my aunt, and she knows a friend of hers that hasn't had kids. I think she's in her 40s. And in her conversation with other African women, she has told them she has kids, but they're back home in Ghana. And she was lying, guys, because she didn't want to be judged because she's not bearing children. So she's lying to people so they wouldn't shame her. That's a problem. We got to do better as people. You don't know what people's situations are in their body. It's bad enough, especially if they want to have kids and they can't have it. And then to have other people shaming you and calling you a witch or you are cursed. We got to do better as Africans. I don't know I'm not sure how it is in the States, but I know about my culture. Hello? Yes, you here? We got to do better. We got to start loving each other and being, having empathic, being sympathetic, being respectful, being kind with our words and our actions with one another. We shouldn't have to shame somebody because they can't have kids. That's wrong. You can say I'm judging you, and I'm judging. It's wrong to make somebody feel bad because they can't have kids. And whatever God gives you, just say thank you. Because, like I said, once again, He never makes mistakes. He's God, for goodness sakes. He created this whole universe, everything in it. And you would think He would make mistakes. So when you see people, quote unquote, disability, to me, I look at them as angels on earth. That innocence, their purity, their love. Like I said, my daughter will meet you, will say hi to you, will want to hug you, and she doesn't know you. And she's been ignored by grown people, and she still does it. So they are a gift. You do whatever you want with your body, with your life, but I'm telling you, for my experience, having to be scared because it was a societal thing. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Would I suffer as a single mom and would I not know what I'm doing? And I'm here to tell you I'm okay. Like, it's fine. We are fine because God would not give you something He's not going to bring you through. Ever. So my baby is turning 8 years old.
Yeah.
And I haven't bathed her to death. So thank you guys for watching. And Layla wants to say bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
See you.
See you.
Bye, guys. Love you.